This is the missing link to raising your vibration permanently. Namaste, my friends. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt. I'd like to thank you for stopping by to manifest with me today. In this video, I want to share with you the missing link when it comes to permanently raising your vibration. This is extremely powerful, and this is something that I have not heard anybody talk about online, anybody talk about in books or anything like that when it comes to raising your vibrational set point to a permanent level. Okay, so this missing link to raising your vibration permanently, this is quite interesting. But what this comes down to is a lot of the time we're doing all these steps to raise our vibration, we're feeling good, we're going about our days, and maybe we're feeling good, right? Maybe we're, mostly feeling joy throughout our days. Maybe some good things are happening here and there, but we're not seeing a lot of major shifts happen in our life. We're not seeing maybe things that we think we want to attract come into our life. Obviously, we're feeling really good, we're feeling a lot better, but we just can't hit that next step and that next level. And that's where this missing link comes into play. And this has to do with getting to know yourself more. Because a lot of the time, we don't really know what it is we want. We don't know who it is we actually are. What we think we want and who we think we are is based on a lot of what society and everything on the outside tells us what we should want, tells us who we should be, tells us what we should be doing, and not who we actually are deep into our core. And when we let outside circumstances control how we feel about ourselves and what we do and basically control our lives, we're prisoners. We're prisoners. And so I find that a lot and this was huge with me too. When I was first learning about law of attraction and raising vibration and all this stuff, I'm feeling really much better about my life, but I still feel like I'm chained down a little bit. Because the truth was, outside of what society said I should be, I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I wanted. I didn't know these things. And so this might sound really, really silly to you, but I promise you, this works really well. And if you can do this on a consistent basis for about a week straight, do this for 10 to 15 minutes a day, in the evening, in the morning, whatever it is, you will start to really open doors for yourself. You'll start to pull back the curtain on yourself. You'll start to really understand who it is you are and what it is you want. And not only that, but you'll gain a newfound love for yourself, a newfound connection with yourself. And nothing is more powerful than that self-love and that self-connection that we are more than capable than having. So this is the missing link to raising your vibration permanently. And that is to sit down and have a conversation with yourself. Have a conversation with yourself. And I know this is kind of weird, this can be embarrassing, because this is very important for the most part to say it out loud, or if you can't say it out loud, to write this down. But literally, for 10 to 15 minutes a day, sit down and ask yourself, hey, for example me, hey Matt, how are you today? How are you feeling today? And give an appropriate response back to yourself. I'm feeling all right today. I'm feeling a little anxious today, but for the most part, my day's been pretty good. Well, what's going on? Why do you think you're feeling anxious? Well, I don't know. Today was kind of a stressful day at work, and this thing happened and that thing happened. So I don't know, it kind of carried over into, this evening. Well, is there anything you can do right now to maybe release that and maybe, start feeling a little bit better? Because right now we're just relaxed and there's no reason to carry this energy over. You see how I start having this conversation with myself and I respond back to myself in a way that is the truth instead of what this outside world thinks I should say or do, or it's okay to feel this, or you shouldn't feel that, or this shouldn't happen. This is really, really powerful, because you're going to tell the truth to yourself. You're not going to lie to yourself. And again, for some, this might seem far-fetched, that might seem weird, but you're going to start discovering answers about yourself that you've never even heard before. Like when you get down to it, what is it that you want? What is it that you think would make you feel super fulfilled and super happy right now, Matt? What do you think that is? What comes up? What answers to those questions start coming up? The more you do this, the more comfortable you get with it, the more comfortable you feel with talking to yourself and building a connection with yourself, and the more truth comes out of that. A truth that's not bogged down with what society says, what the news says, what your friends say, what people are going to think of you. Really, truly, what it is you want comes up. And when you truly find out what it is you want, now you're in the space when your vibration's raised to be able to start bringing those things in, or at least looking for those things as to where they might appear, and then they start coming in. It's really as simple as doing this. And so, really, truly, I challenge you to do this for a week straight. Again, if you don't want to do it out loud, if you're living with people and they're going to be like, oh, what a weirdo, they're talking to themselves, then do it on a piece of paper and write it down, and truly write down your answers. Truly start to get to know yourself. Truly start to see what it is that you want, who it is that you are, what it is you desire, what makes you happy, why you're feeling certain ways. And this is going to open a lot of doors for you when it comes to the rest of your life, when it comes to raising your vibration, when it comes to getting to know yourself, when it comes again to that self-love, building a connection to yourself. Just as you would have a conversation with a good friend, have that conversation with yourself. And I'm telling you, this really is the missing link when it comes to raising your vibration to a permanent status. Knowing yourself, loving yourself, discovering what it is you want, discovering what it is that will make you truly happy, revealing that, again, free of resistance, free of the judgments of others, free of what everyone else says you should think and feel, but really, truly what it is you want, what it is you feel. When you can get to that level and you can understand that, everything changes, because then you start attracting that. There's no more confusion. There's no more, well, I think that, I think this, do I want that? Do I actually need this? No, you know the core answers. You know the core answers. And when you know those core answers, you know exactly what to look for. You know exactly what to be on the hunt for when it comes to it. So try this, and I promise you, big things will start to shift in your life as soon as you start just to get to know yourself a little bit better, just to start loving yourself a little bit more, just to build that connection with yourself, and truly to understand who it is you are and what it is you want in this beautiful universe that we live in.